Hey y'all, welcome back to the cabin. It's late August here in southwest Mississippi and it's time to make some goldenrod tincture. And so today we're going to go out and collect some goldenrod and we're going to make a medicine out of it. Goldenrod is just such a wonderful plant. It's good for so many different things. We'll talk about some of the uses of it as we're actually making the tincture. So right now, let's go collect some goldenrod. When you're harvesting, never take it all. You have to leave some for next year. Also, these flowers are a big part of the honeybees' cycle at the end of the summer. They really need these goldenrod to build up enough honey for them to last the winter. So take your share, leave the rest. And I'm only going to be making a pint today for this video, so I don't need a ton of it. All right. I believe that'll make us a pint. I'll leave the rest for the honeybees. All right, y'all, we were successful at harvesting our goldenrod. Goldenrod, I'm actually probably a little bit early, but when you harvest and that's good. When you harvest your goldenrod, you actually want some of the flowers to be very early or just before they open, because some of the strongest chemicals are in the pollen of the plant. Speaking of the pollen of the plant, this plant goldenrod gets a bad rap. People think that goldenrod is what's causing your allergies in the fall, and it gets a bad rap because hey, it's bright, it's showy, right? And it blooms at the very same time as you get your allergies. But as I said, it's getting a bad rap. More than likely, what's causing your allergies in the fall is not goldenrod, but the ragweed that blooms at the same time. And ironically, it's goldenrod that is the antidote or the treatment, the cure for the ragweed allergies that you have. So the goldenrod will stay good. We're late August here. It's going to be good all the way through September, y'all. On this goldenrod, you can use the flowers and the leaves, especially the younger leaves at the top, to make your tincture out of, and we will be making a tincture today. We're only going to make a pint just for demonstration purposes. You can make as much as you want. The ratio is the same. We're going to use 100 proof vodka to do this with, and I've talked about this in the past. 100 proof vodka is 50% water, 50% alcohol. These plants are green, y'all. You can try to use 80%. I'm sorry, 80 proof if you would like to, but you're going from 50% alcohol down to 40%, and it's the alcohol that preserves the plant and draws the chemicals out to make the medicine. So, I would stick to the 100 proof, and it doesn't matter what brand you buy. As I've said before, I get the cheapest thing I can get. I'm not drinking this, y'all. It's nasty. I would not drink 100 proof anything. So to process our goldenrod, I did not wash this. I typically wash anything that I can, but I don't want to lose the pollen in this. And the alcohol will sterilize and preserve anything that's in it. But as you do, the insects love goldenrod. Spiders, bees, small beetles and things. So you just have to kind of be careful and go through it. I'm going to just cut it up really small with my kitchen shears here, so that the smaller the pieces, the more surface area you have for the alcohol to get to. All right, I'm going to step in here and grab a smaller bowl to put the parts in. Okay, goldenrod can be used as a tea or a tincture. You make a decoction out of it. There's a lot of things you can do with it. It's a very useful plant. So you see what I'm doing. I'm going to cut it up kind of small. And I want enough to fill this pint jar about half to 3/4 full. And I'll be back when I get through cutting some of this up. All right, y'all, I think I got more than I'm going to need to make a pint here. It's easy to overdo it, especially when things like this are so plentiful. It just kind of makes you want to keep going, but that's going to be enough. And like I said, I was very careful to go through it and pull out things like other plants, and there's no bugs or anything in here, so that's good. Our next step is to just basically just load a pint jar or any size jar with it. And now look, as we make this this tincture here, I'm going to throw my standard disclaimer out there. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a herbalist, I don't have any initials after my name. I do what I know and what I think is right for me and my family, and that's what you have to do. You have to make a decision if something's right for you and your family. But I would say this though, it's a little too much. I would say this: when you make any kind of a medicine, and you've probably heard me say it before, still too much. About right. Not enough to make another pint. When you make any kind of a medicine, before you take a full dose, try a little bit. If it's something that goes topically, put a drop on your skin. If it's something you're going to take orally, put a drop under your tongue or something. And see how you feel. If you have an adverse reaction, absolutely stop. It's not worth it. So, all right. So as we do this, I was going to talk about some of the uses of this tincture when you make it. And I've got a cheat sheet right here because goldenrod does quite a few things, and I didn't want to forget anything. But basically, it's great for the urinary tract. It strengthens the walls of your bladder and your kidneys. It's great for UTIs, kidney stones, and the good thing about goldenrod tincture is you can use it long term. And some of the other ones like elderberry, you may have heard me say, use it for about 30 days, get off of it for about a week. This you can take long term. It's also, people say it's good for the cardiovascular system as well. It's good for the circulation, the lining of your vessels, your heart. One of the greatest things that I think it does, though, is it's great for your respiratory system, your lungs. It's good for upper respiratory infections, congestion from allergies, flu, sinusitis. It even gives you some relief from the common cold. Doesn't cure the common cold, y'all. Don't go out there and say that I said it cures the common cold. I don't think they found anything to do that yet, but it helps with the symptoms. And now, one caveat to using goldenrod tincture. If you're using it for your sinuses, it can over dry your sinuses. This medicine actually works, and it can over dry your sinuses. If you start feeling that, get off of it. It's also a slight diuretic because it is bringing toxins out of your body. So, and it's helping your kidneys, your bladder, and all of that. So, be prepared for that. It is a slight diuretic. So, okay, let's go ahead and do the deed here. Now, on the elderberries, I filled up a lot more. On the goldenrod, a little bit more in there. It's kind of a seat of the pants thing. But on the goldenrod, you don't want to overfill it, because when you strain this out, you're not interested in a basket of spent goldenrod. What you want is as much medicine as you can get out of it. So you want to leave some room for the alcohol in here. And I'm going to fill this thing right up to the top, y'all. As we always say, air's the enemy. Alright. Cap this off real quick. I want to spill it, don't like to waste. As always, kind of roll it around a little bit. You don't have to shake it hard. As I always say, you're not making butter. And then something that's very important to any medicine that you make, probably any food that you put up, always label it. I'm just going to Goldenrod Tincture and put the date on it. Okay, and that's it. You've made a tincture. Now right now, if we'd have used brandy or something, it might be a different color, but right now using that vodka, man, that's just as clear as glass. You see the beautiful goldenrod flowers inside. But as time goes on, this is going to turn a beautiful golden color. And when you open this jar, it will smell like goldenrod, which is not bad. It's also not bad tasting either. So now, we've made our tincture. You're going to put this away in a cool, dark place for 8 weeks. Most people say take it out once a day and kind of roll it around. What you're trying to do is there's a lot of surface area in here, and you can have little bubbles. You want to release those bubbles, break that surface tension, and get those bubbles to come to the top. You want the goldenrod encased in alcohol. Leave it for 8 weeks. Take it out, strain it. I use a coffee strainer, the permanent type. You can get them from Walmart or any other department store. Cost you $4 or $5. But if you don't have that, don't want to spend the money on it, man, you can use cheesecloth. You can use a regular coffee filter, old t-shirt if you have to. Doesn't matter. So now let's talk about the dosage. It's real simple. Just take a teaspoon about 3 times a day. If you have respiratory, urinary problems or whatever, and see if you don't get some relief. And that's it. We made another tincture. We may have a couple more to go. Thank you for watching.